Okay, is it mimicking human voices now? Now that's creepy. Wait a second, if there's only one monster here, how did he. I think I got it. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Film Dive. If there's one thing creepier than yellow rooms with no exit, is yellow rooms with no exit with a monster that infects your dead body with unknown bacteria. Before we start, if you haven't watched the Backrooms yet, go watch it and then come back. It'll only take half an hour. When it comes to the Backrooms, everyone talks about the nature of the rooms, but they forget a very, very important factor: the monster. What if I told you that the Backrooms monster is actually the god of his world? Yeah, you heard that right. He is the one pulling the strings. Obviously, it's not a he, but I'm saying he because I wrote it that way, okay? Now, let's continue. First, what do we know about this guy? As far as we know, he's the only one of his kind. We don't see any other monsters or even any other living creature in the Backrooms. So, where did he come from? Who are its parents? You see where I'm going with this? This thing is alive. It has intelligence, and life has to come from somewhere, and it has to reproduce, and nothing in the Backrooms is organic except the monster itself. And he knows the place like the back of his hand. You know why? Because he made it. I don't really know how, but he knows about our world. He knows how our buildings look like. Well, he almost does. And this right here, and the fact that he is mimicking human voices like a parrot, means that he is learning. And when it does, with the ability to control matter, I'd say we're screwed. But first, I would like to take a moment and thank all the good scientists of this world. That despite the missing people reports skyrocketing right after they opened the portal to another world, they were like, yeah, it sucks, but we still need that extra space that a giant bacteria monster controls, so we're gonna keep the portal open, if you don't mind. And apparently, they were okay with a walking tripod lurking around and trapping people inside, so they didn't do anything about it. Not so far, at least. But if they do nothing about it in the future episodes, things would take an even darker turn. I don't know how the missing people end up in the Backrooms, whether it's some kind of glitch caused by opening the portal or the monster does it as some kind of hunting method. It's really bad for us and good for the monster. Why? Let me explain. There's something that life always does, and that's reproduction. Life always wants to go on. There's a kind of wasp that uses the bodies of its prey and puts his eggs there, and they hatch and eat the poor guy. This monster is kind of doing the same thing. In the first episode, the monster chases the camera guy, and instead of pushing him or even killing him on the spot, it just grabs him. First time I watched it, I thought that the camera guy is falling, but it's just the camera. The guy holding it is right there. But why didn't the monster kill him right away? Because it needs him. You see, when the staff go inside the Backrooms, they find a body and they send it for autopsy. And we find out that some organs are completely intact. They never decomposed. But there's some kind of unknown bacteria inside them.
First, I thought it was an aggregated collection of Pseudomonas fluorescens, but it seems to be closer to a mutated strain of simple Hay bacillus.
And that's scary for two reasons. One, the monster is not stupid, it knows what it's doing. That's a solid proof of the monster being alive and intelligent. And two, it uses the human bodies as a host for the bacteria. So now we kind of know what happened to all those missing people. This guy is an apex predator that can manipulate matter in his world. So once you're in, there's a good chance you won't get out. But if the monster is the one shaping the Backrooms, why did it choose to make it look like our world? Why making buildings with signs or even little towns? I think we will get to know it in future uploads. But I think either it wants to create a copy version of our world to do something with it, or come out to our world at some point. We don't know where the monster came from, and whether it created the Backrooms or the Backrooms created it. But we know something for sure. The monster lurking in the yellow rooms that never end is much more dangerous than it looks like. Definitely more dangerous than it looks like. And I hope the future uploads give us more information about how only one living creature lives in the backrooms and why it does what it does. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out. And with that out of the way, I see you guys next week.